My friend, I simply just don't comprehend the issues.
You must draw on prior knowledge. It is about learning how to connect with prior ideas. Don't you remember what we used to be like before we came to Washington?
George, I know. You speak much truth about this issue of remembering. Building comprehension is a core objective when we are trying to teach our constituents about what we know, and it is so challenging for many of our struggling citizens.
Comprehension was once seen as a passive process, but today, strategies and comprehension skills are understood as an active process.
I remember now. These tried and true strategies are known to increase comprehension. People really learn about what we were trying to teach them. They summarize, compare or contrast, restate the ideas, collaborate and bring in the think time necessary to stimulate different modalities. I remember this.
You do remember. This comprehension strategy we talk about has a name. The people know it as Think, Pair, Share. Sadly, here in Washington, we have forgotten this technique.
How sad. This Think, Pair, Share strategy is so versatile and it can be used before, during or after a discussion or an activity. It incorporates the elements of strategies that are known to increase learning and with flexible variations. The people need this kind of discrete approach to learning. How sad it isn't used here in Washington as a model for what best work can look like. The people are hurting. They deserve the best we have to offer.
We can bring this strategy back. We can bring it to life in Washington and for the citizens at large. I believe we can do it. But we must work together, and remember that we represent and work for the people. We must always do what is in their best interest. We have to set our bipartisan ideas aside and we must work to incorporate the flexible variations of Think, Pair, Share, a best practice, so that it meets the individual needs of the people and so that it is also understood by those of us in Washington.
How? How do we do this, George?
We have to have flexible variations of the Think, Pair, Share. We can adapt it to the contemporary setting and the contemporary needs of the citizens. For example, we can do a Think, Tweet, Share, or a Think, Blog, Respond. Or, for the people who really struggle to put their ideas in writing, we can have them do a Think, Draw, Share. I even once saw a journal, Pair, Respond, where citizens write in their journals, swap them and then write back to one another in a journal forum. The citizens even evaluated fluency ratings and charted them. It is amazing how flexible the Think, Pair, Share can be, and each variation builds comprehension and confidence in the people.
Imagine what if we have a big idea, one that's hard to understand, but one that the people in Washington and the people of this country are able to look at, study and ponder, then talk civilly about and share with confidence. Imagine how their ideas and thoughts can be shared with the masses and appreciated. Imagine what creative and amazing ideas might come of this kind of collaboration.
Think, Pair, Share is an excellent way to build on schemata. According to our forefather, Rumelhart, schemata are based on our background of experiences.
George, I know something about this schemata. Our forefather, Mr. Gunning, is quoted as saying that we have schemata for persons, places, objects and events. The richer our experiences, both real and vicarious, and the better organized they are, the richer and more useful our schemata.
Yes, Abe. Research in metacognition done by our forefathers Resnick and Hull in 2003 revealed that when below-average citizens are taught strategies, they learned them quickly and their performance improved significantly so that it was in line with that of the above-average citizens. But it isn't just enough to teach these strategies, Abe. It is essential that the citizens learn when, where, and under what conditions to apply these strategies.
Yes. It is stated in national documents by our forefathers Gunning and Liman that when we strive to help these citizens achieve successful use of comprehension strategies, then we are also helping them to improve their self-esteem. Think, Pair, Share is a highly effective routine for fostering discussion and thinking.
Yes, Abe. You are right. Think, Pair, Share is versatile, differentiated, collaborative, low risk, easily integrated into what we are already doing for the people and increases learning.
So, how do we teach the people and Washington how to do a think, pair, share?
Think, Pair, Share includes the following steps. First, give our constituents a topic. They will think about it. Then, give them time to reflect with their neighbors. They will pair. Then, finally, give them time to share. They will apportion and give out the ideas. Trust them, Abe. They can do it.
I think it can work. And the citizens' comprehension will surely have gains. The people will learn to trust one another and to work together and to gain knowledge from one another. I am excited about this, George. We can bring this non-partisan idea to Washington. It is brilliant.
Yes. And we must not forget our forefather Dr. Frank Lyman, the brainchild behind the concept of Think, Pair, Share. He developed and published the strategy in 1981. It is because of his simple three-step process. The think step, where there is a question posed, the pair step, where the citizens reflect silently, and the share step, where partnerships are formed and ideas are published and exchanged.
Yes, it is brilliant. Think individually and silently, pair and exchange ideas, discuss and respond. This will surely help the citizens and the leaders in Washington to develop, organize, and articulate their thoughts and provide different perspectives. I especially like how ideas are shared with the larger group. It's like a turn and talk on steroids.
We made a lot of progress together today. Let's not forget the household rules as we model Think, Pair, Share in Washington and to the people. Remember, we must take turns, we must listen carefully and read carefully, we must be brave and ask questions and encourage the partners to be brave when they share.
Yes, George, this three-step metacognitive comprehension procedure can be applied at any given moment to a variety of citizens with varying ages and abilities. The possibilities are endless.
Just remember what our forefather Dr. Frank Lyman has taught us. Using Think, Pair, Share will make discussions deeper and more thoughtful and give the leaders more flexibility while the citizens gain strategies for success. It allows us to incorporate technology, cooperative learning skills and opportunities to draw on schemata. It is the framework for stronger comprehension. Our country and our citizens deserve and need this.
George, in some small way I think we too had a Think, Pair, Share moment today. Dr. Lyman would say we had an equity pedagogical best practice moment that increased participation. It was very enjoyable and productive. Dr. Lyman would be proud. Yes, Abe, he would. It's noon. I'm hungry. Shall we get some lunch? Sure, George. My treat.